Okay, following on from the previous video, we got to this stage here. We got to this stage here where this here was really messy, and I'm going to cheat and use a graph plotter, and then it will then give us this. Now we can then make use of this to sketch our graph in polar form. So because we're working all in terms of 12, so this is pi over 12. This here is 2 pi over 12. This here is uh, 3 pi over 12, because on here if you look at the graph, I don't know if you can see it, this is pi over 4, pi over 4, but we want to work all in terms of 12. It will be easier later on. So times top and bottom by 3, so that's really 3 pi over 12. So this here is 3 pi over 12, this here is 4 pi over 12, this here is 5 pi over 12, and so on. So once we work in terms of over 12, it would be easy. So looking at this, remember pi over 12 would be this. Don't forget, from here to here is pi. So pi over 12 would be us cutting this angle up into 12 equal pieces. So cutting up into 12 equal pieces, so bear with me. So I'm going to need, so from here to here, I'm going to need 6. So 3 here, and then 3 here, and then over here I'm going to need another 6 slices. Bear with me. Bear with me. So looking at this point here, pi over 12, looking at this point here, 0 first, the radius will be 2. So this is 1, this is 2, so the radius will be 2. So it will be here. Looking at this, 1 pi, pi over 12 will be root 2. So from here to here is pi over 12. It will be root 2. Root 2 is roughly 1.4 something. So it's going to be somewhere around here. The radius will be 1.4 something. So it will be right here. Now looking at pi, 3 pi over 12. Sorry, hang on. 0, 1, 2. Looking at 2 pi over 12, the radius will be 0. So looking at 0, 1, 2, the radius will be 0. So it will be right at the origin. Okay, bear with me. Now looking at this 1, 2, 3. Looking at 3 pi over 12. So it's 1, 2, 3. It will be right here. The radius will be negative root 2. So in this direction is positive, but negative root 2 would be us going in the other direction. So hang on, bear with me. I'm going to split this up. I'm going to need another 6 pieces. Bear with me. So at 1, 2, 3, at 3 pi over 12, the radius will be negative 2. So 1, 2, 3, the radius will be in the other direction. It would be somewhere around here, because it's negative 1.4 ish. And then looking at 4 pi over 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking at 4 pi over 12, the radius would be negative 2. So negative 2 would be down here. Would be down here, because up here is 2. So negative 2 would be the radius going in the negative direction. And then looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking at 5 pi over 12, the radius should be negative root 2. So looking at so 5 pi over 12 would be this angle here. So it would be negative root 2. So it would be somewhere around here. It would be somewhere around here. And then looking at looking at 6 pi over 2, which would be here. The radius would be 0. It's back to the origin. Okay, and then looking at 7 pi over 12, it would be us looking at us looking at this angle here. So that angle will be root root 2, which is roughly 1.4 or something. So it's going to be around here. And then looking at this here, it will be this here is be 5, 6, 7, 8. Looking at 8 pi over 12, that would be us looking at this angle here, and the radius should be back at 2. So it should be back at 2. So far from here to here, from 0 to so far the one cycle it will give us this. Hang on, bear with me. It would give us something like this. Back to the origin, and then up here, it would give us that. So just this one cycle here, will give us this. Bear with me. It will give us this. Okay, and then don't forget we've still got the other 2 cycles. So all that we've looked at so far was one cycle here, from 0 to 8 pi over 12. All we've looked at is one cycle here. You've still got another cycle here and another cycle here. Well, so far we've just looked at the first cycle. The first cycle here gave us this. But then do the other 2 for yourself, and it will look something like this. So yes. So hang on, bear with me. So one cycle, we did one cycle. One cycle gave us this, and then you've got to do the other 2. But overall, it should look something like this. Okay.